All right, guys. Justin DX1 9-pound hammer. Guys, this is something I don't normally do. I don't normally say negative things about other shops. So I had oh Jesus, guys. I had a radio come to me. Guy wanted me to go look at it. One of my locals, so it's a Madison. And when I got it, guys, I didn't have a whole lot of information on it, but the first thing I noticed is the power cord was taped up like this. So that tells me as a technician that there's something going on with the power supply and they're wanting me to not plug it in, obviously. Well, I pulled the lid off this. Look at this thing. Now, I don't know who worked on this radio, Carpenter. I know what I was told, and I'm not going to say names, but if you guys are doing stuff like this to people's radios, I want you guys to look at this now. I just took the lid off this radio. Just took the lid off of it, set it on my little solder bench here. So both buffer caps are completely gone out of the power supply. The load resistor is completely smoked. Like, not only smoked, but it's supposed to be bent over. It's just shot. It's supposed to be straight up and down and setting in the board. Something like straight up and down like that. Anyways, it's literally smoked. I'm scared to even see the other side of the board. It's just flopping in the radio. Both of the caps are gone. Wires are all stripped out, ripped out. The rectifier is not even hooked up. None of the power supply. It's just completely hacked. All kinds of resistors. The load resistor for the damn regular everything. It's burnt up and smoked. Now we might try to rebuild this power supply for him. We will, but we're going to have to see if we can't come up with a bunch of missing pieces, as you can see. Which building a power supply is not hard. I would like to be able to get factory component, to make it look as close to factory. We will get it back. But I just want you guys to see, I do these videos so you can see what we have to start with. I mean, the radio is severely hacked. It's just all, this is supposed to be down underneath that tab. I mean, the radio, look at this. I can tell you what this is, but don't even have to take the tape off of it. That's got a transistor in it, and that is a variable power swing mod. Here's the control. Right here. Hacked. I mean, this is horrible. Look at the stuff they've done to this thing. Now they get a flashlight. They literally cut resistor instead of flipping the radio over, removing the components like you're supposed to. So they've got a diode in series. We'll have to get schematics. So they got a diode in series. Look what they did. Just took the full length legs of the resistor, soldered it to the diode. Guys, when you do shit like this, when you take and do shit like this, even if you were trying to do some type of mod, having these extra long links cause stray inductance. You don't, when you make up circuits, if you was going to do this, if there was a reason, you wouldn't leave all this length. You'd cut the legs off and you would solder the resistor in tight. So you wouldn't have all this straight. This is just whoever has worked on this has no business working on DC voltage, working on radios. They have absolutely no business in a radio. This radio's basically been destroyed. Absolutely hacked, destroyed. horrible. It's got a different driver in it. So let's see what they've done back here. Yep. It's got 1969. Yep, 1969. Okay, that's factory. Cool. Back here at the reg. This poor radio, guys. Let me look. Make sure. Okay. And then we want to look right back here. We want to look right down here. There's our little freaking modifications. Oh, Lord. Well, we'll play with this one here in a little bit later. I am going to try to rebuild the power supply because there's no sense. Look at that, guys. There's no sense in having a radio like this. You got to plug in DC voltage to operate it. See if we can't get it back to working. Yeah, there's the other line. 6 and say, where's my rail voltage off of my power supply? There it is. So we'll tuck these back. So we'll have to do a bunch of testing because when you look at something like this, guys, you don't know if they've smoked a transformer. I'm sure the rectifier is blown. I mean, look at the salt. I mean, just look at it. Who would do something like that and leave it and send it back to the customer? Who would do that? I mean, just jerked all the shit out of it and says, we're just going to leave it. Hell with it. See, now it's got the clarifiers open. See the diode right there cut? See it, guys, right there? So I've got to see what all's going on. This radio might be really bad. I'm assuming it is. We'll hook it up here in a little bit. And I got to make sure all these things, all this stuff's safe. This is crazy. You know who did this. You know who you are. Stop. I'm not being hateful to you. I'm not trying to be mean. But you have no business doing this kind of stuff. You are taking radios that are classics, that are radios that are praised, and you're destroying them. This is basic stuff, guys. This is DC voltage. This is AC being dropped down to DC and regulated. Simple, basic rectifier circuit, basic regulated power supply circuit, and they just hacked it, left it, didn't even try to fix it. That's not a technician, guys. That's somebody getting into somebody's equipment and playing around, tweaking. I'm telling you right now, this is a sign of tweaking. This is a tweak, hacked up radio. I mean, who goes in and tapes and just tapes components to the harness and tape all in the radio? I mean, yeah, there's times that I've had to go in and tape up a freaking echo board or something because somebody had just flopped it down into the radio. But guys, you don't use electrical tape in this hobby. All the electrical tape does over time is just heats up and comes undone, and then it just ends up laying in the radio. Then you have everything exposed, just like this, exposed parts all in the radio, stray inductance, way too long of links, hacked up parts, hacked up variable power. Hacked up swing mod. All that is a cap and a Darlington transistor. It's just to get to control the dead key and you get it down. There's the variable. Basic stuff, but done wrong and chopped and hacked. I have to show this before I touch this radio. Y'all have a good day. Wow. Stuff I see.